Hopping on a few moments early. You still have 2 minutes. Just take your time to gather yourself, to get whatever you need, make a maybe last minute restroom run. Got a little bit of jazz vibes for us today. A little background music. Alright, well go ahead and get started and just get yourself in a comfortable position. Join me on the mat. My name is Bailey. This is my channel, Rayne Yoga. If you were ever wondering where the Rayne came from, I actually have never explained that. Rayne is my middle name. It's the most beautiful name. I am so grateful my mom came up with that in connection with changing some things around with my dad to make it spelled the way it is. And so that's why it's Rayne Yoga, in case you were wondering. So every Monday, I have us, almost every Monday, I don't want to say every Monday because I'm trying to create a boundary for myself. But most Mondays, we will join together live. And please, there is the comment box. If you're a subscriber, you can jot down what you thought of class, ideas for videos, anything. You can just say hi. And I might not get to it right now because I'm way over here, but I will definitely after class try to type in there and kind of answer any thoughts, questions. I just enjoy the feedback. So every Monday we have our Monday mood class around 5:30, and this mood energy is coming from our collective energy. So I put out a vote for you to pick what type of class you would like, and based on those votes is the class we get. And so what we have arrived to this evening is a yin practice. So stretching, breathing, taking it easy, winding down all that tension and tightness that we cultivate from our Monday and trying to let all of that go. So, speaking of my amazing mama, she's actually calling me right now. She'll figure out that I'm live, I'm sure. Anyways, I wanted to get us in a comfortable position. I am seated on 2 blocks that are laying side by side. So if that's something you would like to do, I definitely recommend it if you have tight hips, just to get your hips up, elevated so your knees can try to drop down as much as possible. And before we dive in, I wanted to read a verse from the Radiant Sutras. And of course, you're going to set intention for your class, whatever intention you're coming to the mat with. But this is a really beautiful verse just to contemplate through practice, or just to contemplate as we drop in. So Insight verse 147. Worship does not mean offering flowers. It means offering your heart to the vast mystery of the universe. It means letting your heart pulse with the life of the universe, without thought and without reservation. It means being so in love that you are willing to dissolve and be recreated in every moment. Just thought that was really pretty and something to kind of guide into our practice. So go ahead and find a nice tall spine. Allow the eyes to flutter shut. Bring awareness to your body. Allow the shoulders to sink down away from the ears. The face to soften. You are here now. You are in your space on your mat. This is your time to come back to yourself. To remember out of all that chaos that you did for the day that you have a body. Yes. Sometimes we feel so disconnected to everything going on. We forget we're tangible beings. We're here. So maybe bring your hands to your heart or to your belly. You're here within this vessel right now, within your space, safe from the chaos, safe from the noise. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. You are safe. You are safe. Let's bring the left hand into chin mudra, so thumb and index finger touching, resting on the knee. We're going to bring our right hand up, 2 peace fingers, right on the third eye, thumb to the right nostril, ring finger to your left. We're going to move through some Nadi Shodhana breath work, alternate nostril breathing. You're going to close the right nostril, exhale out the left. Inhale through the left, closing both. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close both. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close both. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close both. Exhale through the left. One more full round. Inhale through the left. Close both. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close both and exhale through the left. And drop the right hand down. Taking mudra with that hand to match the other side. Soften the shoulders down. Breathe evenly through both nostrils. Notice if that shifted or changed anything in your breathing and your energy. Balancing the yin and the yang, the right and the left sides of the brain. Let's bring the hands to wrap around the knees. We're going to inhale, pull the chest up, look up. Exhale, curl the spine inward, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, lift the heart, gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, curl it in. Again, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Come back up to neutral. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, palms to heart center. Press the thumbs into the sternum. Connect to your personal intention. And when you're ready, blinking the eyes open and meeting me in a child's pose at the back of your mat. So we'll just shift the blocks out of the way. Bring your big toes to touch, knees nice and wide. Allow the belly and the ribs to drop down between the thighs. We're going to stay here for a little while, so start to sink into it. Notice the places of tension from the day. Maybe your low back is tight. Maybe your hip flexors are tight. Maybe it's the shoulders or the upper back. Each posture we're going to hold and stretch we're going to hold today is going to be held for about 3 minutes. So really allow yourself to drift in and out of consciousness, in and out of awareness. Every time your thoughts wander off to other things and places you need to be tomorrow or thoughts of the day, bring it back to where you are. Take a deep breath. Nothing else matters but this moment, right here, right now. With each exhale, you soften, you sink deeper. You're grounding. You're coming back to yourself. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And slowly begin to roll up the spine, ground the hands, scoop the knees underneath the body. We'll inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart up and forward. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Just close your eyes. Continue to move through your cat-cow at your own pace. Follow your breath. Make any adjustments, wiggles, rotations, scoops, swirls, anything you want with your body here. Take one more breath of whatever feels good in your body. Then we'll come neutral, walk the hands forward towards the top of your mat, tuck your toes, take a down dog, send the hips up. You can take a deep bend into the knees or maybe walk it out on the spot. Allow that chin to come in towards the chest. Deepen your breath. Looking behind you. New perspective. Breathe through any tension, any tight places. And we'll walk the feet towards the hands, take a forward fold. Again, keep those knees really, really bent. Rest the belly on the thighs, grab the elbows, sway from side to side. Keeping that chin in towards the chest, let gravity pull at the crown of the head. Deep breaths. I'm going to trickle the fingers back down to the mat. Step your left foot all the way back. Drop the knee, untuck the toes. And then we're going to heel toe your right foot wide. So heel on the mat, toes off the mat. Let that knee kind of drift away from your body. Lizard pose. And if you have those blocks, this is a good time to bring them back in. And maybe you just shift a little from side to side. Notice where you're feeling the tension, the tightness, the stiffness. And then as you settle into stillness, maybe you stay here on the hands. If you have blocks, maybe you try to bring your forearms down to the blocks, playing with the different levels the blocks offer. So maybe they're in the middle level. You can bring it up taller. You can lay it all the way flat, lower. So just play with those options. Maybe you don't have the blocks and your hands are on the floor or your forearms find the floor. Let those out. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Find a little bit of movement. Begin to ground the hands, lifting yourself up. Maybe you dip the hips even lower, lift the heart up to the ceiling, and then bring that knee back to meet the other one. Hands are on your blocks if you have them. Child's pose, let that head dangle between the arms. If you don't have blocks, just child's pose, breathe. And we'll slowly roll up through the spine, stepping the left foot forward, finding that low lunge here. And we're just going to take a moment to stay right here. Feel your low lunge. If you have blocks, slide them forward a little bit towards the top of your mat. Tuck the back toe. Step into your forward fold, coming back up. Giving the knees a break. And again, grab onto the elbows, sway it out. When you feel ready, the hands find the blocks or the floor. Your right foot steps back out. We drop the knee down, untuck the toes. Make sure your left knee is stacked completely over the ankle. And then we'll heel toe that foot out to the side, heel on the mat, toes off the mat, bringing those blocks in, finding lizard to the other side. And again, we want to let that knee fall away from the body. Close the eyes, begin to shift. Notice what's different on this side than the other side. And as you feel ready, lowering yourself to your placement for the side. And maybe you're not lowering at all on the side. Maybe there's more tension, more resistance. Letting the eyes close, soften between the eyebrows, soften the jaw. Relax the shoulders. Come back to your intention for your time on the mat. Notice if you're tensing anywhere in the body, allow it to soften. Not holding or resisting anything, letting it go. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle the body, adjust the hands. Bringing yourself back up. We'll bring those knees to touch. Keep the hands on the blocks. or a regular child's pose. Sink it back, let that head hang. We'll stay here a little longer this time. Slowly begin to make your way up. We are stepping that right foot forward, finding a low lunge for just a moment. Feel into that low lunge. Make sure your ankle's right underneath that knee. And then tuck those back toes. Step into a forward fold. And just place the blocks off to the side. Again, let yourself dangle. Do whatever feels good here. Maybe you grab onto your big toes with 2 peace fingers. Maybe you bring the backs of the hands to the mat, tucking the hands underneath the feet. And we'll ground the hands. Start to walk your way back into a down dog. Take a deep breath here. We'll bring the big toes to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee. We're bringing right knee to right wrist, coming all the way down into pigeon. Now, if you have really sensitive knees or your knees are just really crunchy and hurting today, instead of doing this, I would invite you to just come seated, back seated on your mat. Cross your right ankle over left knee and just sit here, breathe, let that, you're going to feel it in all the same places. So honor your body. If pigeon is just not feeling good today, don't do it. We're going to be holding it for 3 minutes. So just find that internal rotation of the back leg. If you have blocks, you can bring one block underneath the lifted hip. Use the other one to rest your forehead on, coming all the way down. If you don't want the block, you don't need it. It's just an option. Either way, if it sounds good to bring a block to your forehead, you can do that. Start to notice if you're gripping the glutes, not allowing yourself to let go. Deep belly breaths help you find release. And gently begin to deepen your breath. And slowly Open the eyes, begin to press your way up if you're folded down. If you're in that seated version, just release it. Swing the legs behind you, tuck the toes. We're all meeting in a down dog. Finding a softness in the knees, taking a deep cleansing breath here. We bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left wrist, coming to pitch into the other side. Remember, if you want to come seated, we're just grounding this time your right foot, crossing your left ankle over that knee. Find a tall spine. Try to pull the chest up and forward like you're going to fold over towards your legs. Settle in here. We got our 3 minutes. So one side's going to feel tighter than the other. If you want to add a block here, add a block underneath that left hip. If you want to bring the block in for your forehead again, bring that back. Maybe you stay lifted. Maybe you fold down. And just let yourself melt into the floor. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Making your way up and out gently, slowly. We're all meeting in that last down dog, however you want to get there. Making your way there now. And take a deep cleansing breath once you're there. So full inhale. Audible exhale. We'll let the knees find the mat. And then you're going to rotate sideways on your mat. I just realized that this class has been dedicated to hips today, so I hope you needed it. If you needed it, throw a thumbs up there. We're going to be taking frog. So we're going to bring the knees out nice and wide. You want to line up the knees right over the ankles, like if you were in a standing goddess pose. And then slowly you can stay up here, or maybe you bring forearms to the mat. Again, option to pull a block to rest your forehead on. Just see where you're at. Maybe you shift a little back and forward and back. Close your eyes. You got 3 minutes. Let it all go. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Make your way up and out, moving very slowly and gently. If you're feeling very stiff, or just slide the right knee towards the left so that you can drop the hips down, send the legs out in front. Just move that block out of your way. We'll scoot forward on the mat, roll down through the spine, hug the knees into the chest. Just gently rock from side to side. We'll keep the right knee in, send your left leg down the mat. And rock that knee out and in, massaging deep in the hip joint. And then we'll use the left hand to guide the knee across the body into a twist. Reach your right arm out to the side. Slowly come back through center, taking that to the other side. We hug the left knee in, send your right leg down the mat. Just rock that knee out and in. Use the right hand to guide that knee across the body, finding that twist to the other side. Slowly bring it back to center. Give yourself one last hug. Hold the knees in tight. Find that rock from side to side. Then we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open into reclined butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Letting the shoulders sink down into the mat. Maybe your hands rest on your belly. Maybe they rest out to the side, palms up. Begin to find deep, slow breaths here. I'm starting to just bring the nervous system fully down, back to your breath. Choosing to let go of your day and simply be in this moment. Literally nothing else matters, not the mind going over and over, maybe how you said something wrong or you feel like you should have talked to somebody differently, expressed something differently. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how productive you were or weren't. It is in the past and we cannot change the past. We can only be present and embodied in the moment so that we can change the future. To learn from our mistakes, to accept that we are human and it is okay. It is okay to be human. Nobody said you had to be perfect. Nobody said you had to do it all. That is not what your soul signed up for. Your soul signed up to live, to experience, to breathe, to feel, to move. That's all you're doing right now. Experiencing breath, experiencing non-movement, non-doing. And if staying here feels good, you can stay here as long as you want. If you'd like to move into your Shavasana, go ahead and extend the legs down the mat. Arms out to the side, palms up. If they weren't already, let those shoulders sink down into the floor. Any last bits of anything you're holding on to that's not allowing you to let go, find a way to surrender it. Deepen your breath. Let out an audible exhale, like nobody's around, nobody can hear you. What is it you need to let go of? And that's it. You're here. Allow yourself to simply be a thing that breathes. You're welcome to stay here as long as you want. But if you're called to seal practice with me, just begin to deepen your breath. And wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll your wrists, roll your ankles. Reach the arms overhead and take a big long stretch through your body. Ground the feet to the mat, bending the knees. Allow yourself to roll over to one side in a fetal position. Take a pause here for yourself. Send yourself love and gratitude. And when you're ready, meeting me, joining me up to seated, keeping the eyes closed or heavy. We'll close practice with mantra. One sound of Om, 3 Shantis, and a closing Om. You're welcome to hum if that feels good. Instead, just the vibration alone and the sound is all that matters. So we'll go ahead and take a deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a deep breath in, sweep the arms up. Exhale, palms to heart center. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Thank you so much for being here, for joining me, sending you all so much love and light. Namaste. Thank you. All right.